Hello guys, welcome back. This is a big match review with Sam. So we need to talk about how the game of Juventus and PSG ended, because I think there was a battle of ego. But the interesting part, it was only the battle in the one side of the team. One side of the other team was where the problem was. The game should have ended so easily and comfortably for PSG, but because of these two players, there was a problem. So let's get into the video so that we talk about it. So hello guys, welcome back to another video. This is the big match review, where we are now looking at the game that was played, the big match that was played yesterday. It was PSG versus Juventus, and it was their first time meeting in the Champions League, if you could believe it. The times that they've been meeting, it has been either in some other cups that are not recognized or even in the preseason. So they met for the first time yesterday, and it was a good game, because in the one thing that we had outlined when we were talking of the big match review preview, not review, the big match review, we talked about the most was the fact that these two teams have never really tested each other, and how much PSG are flying high in the French league, and also where Juventus are falling, because they have played 5 games, drawn 3, and drawn 2 and won 3, so they are behind. They're actually number 5 in the league. So we wanted to see how that was going to play out. So as the game was going, we noticed that PSG had the upper hand. There was a nice flick from Neymar to Mbappe, which made it 1, and secondly, there was another assist from Hakim, which made it 2-0. Kylian Mbappe was on fire, and the game seemed like it was moving so okay, and everything was just going to go so well. But things turned upside down as the game progresses, as the egos of some two players started to hit on. It was like civil war. We talk about how Neymar and Mbappe are okay, but the interesting part is this: Neymar might be really okay with what has been happening, and he has already passed through the craziness. But Mbappe on the other side, I think, is still holding so much grudge on this guy, and we could see it into the game. We saw it in the game. Countless times Kylian Mbappe got the ball where it was easy for him to pass to Neymar rather than to score, and he tried to score. Neymar, I think he only did that once, and the second time he shot the ball outside. But Kylian Mbappe, he was the guy to do. He was the guy who did it countless times, and we ended up talking about him, saying that this is very wrong. And it's interesting. It's in a team with Ramos and Messi, the bigger names in football history. What these two players have done, it's unbelievable, and they're working together nicely. But these two kids, who, that one is not a kid though, but these two players, that their names will never be as big as these two. I have no idea what is wrong. They're just fighting day in and day out. They look like they just want to cause problems. Why can't you just pass the ball? Why can't you just play like teammates? Because no matter how they're playing, no matter how they performed in the yesterday's game, one thing that a lot of people all over the world picked up was the relationship. And if you are fighting and you're strikers and you need to assist for each other, you need to help each other to win games, it'll always come back to haunt you no matter what. This was the thing under Mauricio Pochettino, and we really thought that it had changed with the new manager. But I'm just saying that what the new manager managed to do was to cool the craziness down, but it didn't go anywhere. It never went anywhere, and it is showing. Is it because Neymar has been performing on a crazy level in terms of performance-wise in the domestic league, where Kylian Mbappe was like, I want to make sure that the Champions League, they recognize my name. In the Champions League, they should recognize my name. because some of the decisions that were made, I think that's what costed it. Because I remember Juventus had to bring in McAllister. The young kid is really good, by the way. When the McAllister came in, things turned upside down for PSG. Things turned upside down because we started to see how much they were open in the middle. Yes, Verratti was fighting, but it was one-man battle over three midfielders, and strike force, defensive wise, we started to see some open. I'm telling you, Kimpembe was not in the game. If he was there, maybe it was in the first half, but the second half, he was in the game, but could not see him. We could not see him. And that's when Juventus took advantage of. They took advantage of the fact that Kimpembe disappeared into the game, and it was just them against Marquinhos and Ramos. And it's hard for a team to play against most of the strike force of Juventus, especially when you are playing a back three and you expect three of you to be helping each other, because that forced Marquinhos to go 90% to try and go help Kimpembe, which left Ramos exposed with two strikers of Juventus who were left, and that happened countless times, and it turned the game upside down. They scored the second goal, which was a header, but they should have scored more. They are one-on-one touches that Donnarumma did, which actually kept PSG with their lead. And also, I need to talk about Donnarumma as well, but later on. But Kimpembe, I could not see him in the game. And I think if they want to continue with the back three, they need to find a player who's going to show up. They need to find a player who's going to be there to help out players like Ramos and Marquinhos. Because one thing that you have to be clear about, Marquinhos and Sergio Ramos are big people now. They're big players. They're old. At the same time, they're still good at what they do. They need the energy that we expect Kimpembe to show, but the guy disappears in the games, and that is a problem. I didn't know what he was playing. I think it was only after they brought in Danilo for the other guy that they took out, where we at least started to see them trying to control the game, because the game was already out, so it was going the other direction. And this also, that the pressure that they end up dealing with in defense was also caused by what was happening in the front between Neymar and Mbappe, namely Mbappe not trying to deal with other players. That's exactly what caused this craziness and this pressure, which led to how the performance went in. Lionel Messi's performance, it was not bad, it was okay. I think in terms of the high standards that a lot of people like me have set for Messi, I can say it was average, but it was good. He tried to set up for these guys. He tried by all means to move the ball. I saw him trying to shoot. I think he did it twice, which were on target. The other one was off target and the other one was on target. The reason why he was doing that, he discovered that his players were still in a war zone, so he had to try it on his own, which is not supposed to happen. You need all the players if you want to be a big team. And in French league, PSG has been recognized as a big team in terms of how they started the season and how they are playing. But if there's still civil war, then it's just a matter of time before all these things falls down. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to click the like button, subscribe to the Connect. By the way, the other games ended like this before I go. City won by 4-0. Yes, Haaland scored twice for Den and Ruben Diaz. Chelsea were beaten by Dinamo Zagreb, a humiliation, and the Celtic were beaten by Real Madrid. Eden Hazard scored. AC Milan versus RB Salzburg draw. It finished 1-1. Dortmund won by 3-0. And lastly, yeah, I think those were all the games that were played, people. So we wait to see what happens today. We have some big games. So click the like button, subscribe to the Connect. We are out. Peace.
Beats the goalkeeper. Just lost for words. He is just brilliant. Georgie Best, Diego Maradona, Johan Cruyff.